Hello everyone, and welcome to this virtual open day for the Distance Learning Masters in Refugee Protection and Forced Migration Studies at the University of London. This event is being recorded, so if you would prefer not to be included in this recorded session, please leave now. The Masters in Refugee Protection is the longest running and largest programme in the refugee field, delivered entirely online. It's taught by the Refugee Law Initiative at the University of London and is delivered through the prestigious University of London worldwide. I'm Dr. Sarah Singer, Programme Director, and I'm very pleased to welcome you to this online event. This event, it's the opportunity for you to learn more about studying on the MA in Refugee Protection. And it's furthermore an opportunity for you to ask us any questions that you might have about the programme, its format, its structure, or what studying via distance learning is like. Please post any questions you might have using the chat box functionality, and I and my colleagues at the University of London will respond to as many as we can. I would like to start by introducing you to the MA programme and of course our work at the Refugee Law Initiative. Please do post your messages and questions in the chat box as the event progresses, and I look forward to responding to many of them during the second half of this event. But first of all, a little bit more about the MA in Refugee Protection itself. The Distance Learning Masters in Refugee Protection and Forced Migration Studies is, as I mentioned, the longest running and the largest postgraduate programme in the refugee field that is delivered entirely online. This award-winning MA programme is unique in that it's the first ever postgraduate course on refugees to be offered by distance learning. And this means that you can get a University of London degree from anywhere in the world. Run by the University of London's Refugee Law Initiative, one of the leading research institutions working in this field, this programme currently has around 350 students studying in over 70 countries all over the world. Many of our students are working directly in the refugee and humanitarian field while they study, while others are working in different and related areas and seeking to pursue a career in the refugee, human rights, or humanitarian fields. In 2019, the MA in Refugee Protection was awarded the prestigious Roger Mills Prize for Innovation in Distance Learning and Teaching, and that was specifically for our work supporting students from diverse educational backgrounds. The programme is delivered entirely online via distance learning, and it's part-time. And as such, it's been specifically designed so that you can study from anywhere in the world while continuing to work. It also provides unique opportunities for you to directly apply your learning to your everyday work and engage with and learn from other students based in different contexts across the globe. At the same time, one of the real strengths of the programme is that all components of the programme are delivered by experts in the field who are also drawn from around the world. The distance learning format means that we're able to draw on the Refugee Law Initiative's extensive network of leading specialists in the field who run modules in their areas of expertise. And as such, we're able to bring together tutors from all over the globe and provide a level of specialisation that simply wouldn't be possible for an on-campus programme. So how is the programme structured? Well, the Masters in Refugee Protection aims to provide students with a solid understanding of law, policy and theoretical approaches in the refugee and forced migration field, and to develop your critical and analytical skills, enabling you to build transferable skills which can be used for future research progression or employment. Our teaching at the Refugee Law Initiative is grounded in an interdisciplinary approach that combines the perspectives of law, policy, and social sciences. On the programme, firstly, you will study two core modules, which provide you regardless of whether or not you have a legal background, with a firm understanding of the fundamentals of international law in relation to the protection of refugees and human rights, and a sound interdisciplinary understanding of the field of forced migration studies and its key debates. After the 2 core modules, you can choose 4 elective modules from a wide range of topics. And here you can gain in-depth knowledge on a particular geographical region, for example, Europe or Africa and Latin America, or a thematic issue, for example, internal displacement, climate change and disasters, statelessness, gender and sexual orientation, or healthcare. The innovative module Securing Refugee Protection in Practice includes unique practice-focused content, and it's designed to build your understanding of the work of a range of different agencies involved in protecting refugees and displaced persons, and helping you develop transferable practical skills, such as advocacy and fundraising, that are important in working for such agencies. An exciting new complement to our range of modules on offer is a brand new module on disasters, climate change, and displacement launched this year. This module reflects critically on the ways in which environmental factors, such as disasters, climate change, and environmental degradation, shape displacement experiences and policies. Alongside these core and elective modules, the programme has a strong focus on developing student research skills, and this is through the dissertation component of the programme, in which you would develop your own piece of research on a topic of your choice in the refugee field. To support this component of the programme, you are provided rigorous training in research methods through the Researching Refugees course, and receive dedicated support throughout your dissertation research and writing via an individually assigned dissertation supervisor. And this is really where we see the culmination of knowledge, analytical skills, and the personal engagement of students come together. And we've had some fabulous pieces of research drawing on the breadth of student experience and connections made as part of the MA programme, which some have gone on to publish in academic journals, our working papers series, or as online blogs and comment pieces. So how does learning work in an online format? Well, firstly, as mentioned, the part-time and distance learning format of the programme means that you're able to study from anywhere in the world while you are working, and you're not left alone in doing so. For each module on the programme, you would be part of a small tutor group led by a specialist module tutor. And during your studies, you would interact with your module tutors and your fellow students via online discussion forums. So not only do you benefit from the expertise of our international network of tutors, but you also get perspectives from students around the world. Our current students are from a wide range of professional backgrounds, and they're located in countries as diverse as Bangladesh, Australia, Sudan, the Netherlands, and Uganda. Many are working directly in the field as they study, as practitioners and legal officers, government officials, and humanitarian workers. And as you can imagine, this makes for a very interesting cohort of students. And we find that our students learn a lot from one another. As well as the forums, there are online activities that you will complete and receive feedback on throughout each module. And these are really intended to help you develop your skills and knowledge in preparation for each module's final assessment, which is a piece of coursework submitted online. You will also be provided with comprehensive study guides for each module, scanned readings from a range of textbooks, journals, and monographs, plus access to a fully searchable University of London online library with a huge stock of journals and primary source materials. One of the innovations of the MA in Refugee Protection is the level of support that we offer to students while studying. So in addition to your module tutors, with whom you'll have regular contact throughout each module, we have a dedicated student support officer who is there to help guide students through their studies and help provide advice during their time studying on the programme. And for the dissertation component, you'll also be allocated an individual dissertation supervisor. We also have a comprehensive range of study skills resources which are available to all students, and we regularly hold live webinars on areas such as careers advice and guidance, Q&A sessions with the programme team, opportunities for students themselves to present on their own research or their professional experience. And this is all complemented by our online student community platforms, which allow students to connect, to share ideas, contribute to debates, and develop networks that will persist far beyond their time studying on the programme. So studying on the MA in Refugee Protection not only gives you access to the programme learning materials, but it also means that you'll be part of the Refugee Law Initiative's global network of researchers and practitioners in the refugee and forced migration field. As part of the Refugee Law Initiative's community, you will have access to our myriad of events, activities, podcasts, and resources. Many of our students have presented their research at our annual conference and at other academic events hosted by the Refugee Law Initiative, which is an amazing opportunity to network with senior academics and practitioners and promote your research to a broader audience. There are also publication opportunities via the Refugee Law Initiative's Working Papers series and online blog, and dissemination of research and activities via our online platforms and newsletter, which reaches thousands. The programme has developed a truly global network of students in the forced migration field, which spans over 70 countries, and it includes those working for international organisations and agencies such as the UN Refugee Agency, UN Development Programme and the Red Cross, government ministries in Europe, North America, Africa and the Middle East, international and local NGOs such as Save the Children, MSF, the Norwegian Refugee Council, and other civil society groups. So the knowledge exchange and connections which are formed through this network have really enhanced the research promotion of our students, and also to help to facilitate their own career development opportunities. So why study a master's in refugee protection? Well, firstly, the refugee phenomenon is one of the most complex, compelling, and arguably misunderstood features of the 21st century, and it's rarely far from the news headlines in all countries across the globe. Undertaking postgraduate study in this area will build your knowledge and skills in a way which would allow you to contribute to informed debate and real action on this sometimes overly politicized and polarizing topic. We've seen students use the skills and knowledge that they've developed on this programme to progress their careers. For example, securing senior roles at the UN Refugee Agency, in government ministries, or obtaining positions as researchers in academic institutions. In this programme, you will be squarely placed in the centre of the learning experience through engagement with a range of robust and challenging materials, activities and assessments, and online peer engagement and academic support as you learn more about one of the most challenging and complex contemporary phenomena today. And all this makes for a stimulating and engaging programme and research network. Thank you. I look forward to answering any questions that you might have about studying on the programme. I see we've had some questions come through. So someone has asked, can I research any topic for the dissertation? So the dissertation component is really the opportunity for students to pursue their specific area of interest, and it can be any area in the refugee and forced migration field. As I mentioned, students do receive support throughout this process. First of all, via the Researching Refugees course, which provides rigorous research methods training. And then secondly, through the allocation of an individual dissertation supervisor to help guide the planning and development and writing of the dissertation itself. And one of the benefits of the distance learning format of the programme is that we can draw on our wide network of specialists to really pair students with the most appropriate supervisor with direct specialism in the area that they want to study. So the short answer is yes, you can focus on any area within the refugee and forced migration field. We've had another couple of questions come through about, so one question asks how many hours of study is it per week typically? And someone has also asked about the average amount of time the programme takes to finish, and perhaps I'll answer both of those questions together. So the programme can be studied between a minimum of 2 years and a maximum of 5 years. The programme is designed to be flexible. So the minimum time period of study for completion of the full master's programme is 2 years studied part-time, but some of our students prefer to spread their studies over a slightly longer period, and that can go up to a maximum of 5 years. While you're actively studying on the programme, we recommend that students dedicate 15 to 20 hours per week of study. And that's really to give you that opportunity to be engaging with the materials studied on each module, engaging with your fellow students in your tutor group and with your module tutor, and to be actively engaged with the online activities and assessments as well. We've had a question come through. How do the assessments work? The programme is delivered entirely online, and that includes the assessment. So all assessments are submitted online. There are no formally sat examinations on the programme. Each module on the programme has a final assessment, which is the weightiest component of the grades for that module. And that is via submission of a final piece of coursework. And that might be the submission of a research essay or a project proposal or a research proposal, depending on the specific module studied. On every module on the programme, we also have a range of online activities, or e-tivities as we call them. And these are shorter online activities which ask students to conduct smaller pieces of work. And it's really the opportunity for students to practice their skills and get individual feedback from their module tutor about, for example, their essay writing, so that they can help build and develop that in preparation for the final assessment on each module. Okay. I think we've had one further question come through. So someone has asked, how do the lessons work? Will they be live streamed, and is it possible to interact with the tutor during the lessons? So the primary mode of engagement for all modules on the programme is via online discussion forums rather than live lectures as such. And this is because we have students based across the globe in different time zones, many of whom are working in different contexts while they study. So we have asynchronous online discussion forums as the main mode of interaction. These are embedded into every topic studied on every single module. But as I mentioned, each module has tutors who guide their own individual tutor groups, and tutors provide feedback to students and instruction to students via these online discussion forums. There are also opportunities to engage online with fellow students and indeed with your tutors throughout each module. We have group work embedded onto every module on the programme, and that's an opportunity for students to be engaging with one another. We also have opportunities for you to speak on a one-on-one basis to your tutor about your studies, your assignments, and different areas that you can work on to strengthen your research skills. On a number of modules in our program, we also have live sessions for the module teams. And then as a program, as mentioned, we regularly host live events focused on areas such as careers, on research, Q&A sessions with the program team, and on specific topics that are of particular interest in the refugee and forced migration field. I think we have a couple of moments remaining in case there are any further questions that anyone would like to ask. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining this virtual open day. It's been really interesting to hear your questions. If you do have any further questions or thoughts that occur to you, you are very welcome to contact me directly, or you can contact the University of London. And you can of course browse the program web page for the program, which I believe has been shared in the chat box. I hope you all have a pleasant rest of your day, and I will now call this event to a close. Thank you very much.